every time, dollar Mariah, when I text it game wireless. Fall through plenty, her and all her guineas. Yeah. We at the top floor, right there off the meter. Yeah. Oh no, I can't do it, y'all. Yeah, when I'm with my squad, and I do no wrong. Yeah, saucing in their city, don't get misinformed. Yeah, they gon' pull up on me. Yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, cause we from a place you cannot stay. Or you can go, or I don't know. Or back the fuck up off. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those times. I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too young, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the high, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you not around, when you throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time.
And in goal number 22, Gianna Cardeglia. The head coach is Jamie McGinnis, assisted by Tyler Pletcher. Ladies and gentlemen, the visiting Flames from West Florida. And now the starting lineup for your FC Prime Time. In goal number 1, Ella Stevens. The forward, number 2, Megan Morgan. Midfielder, number 8, Sierra Alarcon. Defender, number 12, Amanda Gaines. Midfielder, number 13, Lisa Antis. Defender, number 18, Bryn Forchek. Defender, number 19, Lily Napa. Midfielder, number 20, Caleb Master. Midfielder, number 23, Alicia Marison. Forward, number 25, Jules Johnson. And the defender, number 29, Katarina Dantas. The head coach is Russ Morgan, assisted by Lito Gatro. Ladies and gentlemen, your FC Prime Time. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. right, folks, it is prime time here from AutoNation Field. Out in Davie, Florida, on the campus of Nova Southeastern University School, that shared campus here between what is Fort Lauderdale United and University School. And really just about anybody who plays meaningful soccer in the area, mostly South Florida. Luis Perez with you here with another edition. Your matchup today, it's FC Primetime. Taking on the West Florida Flames. The West Florida Flames in their blue flames, all blue, as you see them try to do some pressure up there. And out of harm's way. Bryn Forshik gets that one out of harm's way for the prime time. So as we're saying, setting things up here, the West Florida Flames in their baby blue get-ups. Their starting lineup looks a little something like this. Their defender number 3 is Rachel Asari. Defenders number 5, Eula Sharp. Out there in the midfield, number 6, Hayden Lepley. Number 8, Kaylee Hart. Number 14, Sydney Dennis. And number 15, Mickey Hill. The girls up front, the forwards, number 9, Stevie Reynolds. Taylor Hamlet there as well. And the defenders we failed to mention in the beginning is 16, Macy Felton. And number 21, Gabby Poretto. And from Poretto, we go to the goalie for the West Florida Flames. That's Gianna Carniglia. The FC Primetime squad, it looks a little something like this. They are the ones in the tops down in yellow and the black bottoms. The goalkeepers, number 1, Ella Stevens. The 2 forward attack, it's number 2, Megan Morgan, and number 25, Jules Johnston. Their midfielders, number 8, Sierra Alarcon. Number 13, Mai Lisa Atis. Caleb Master is donning number 20, and number 23, Alicia Merisier. And the defenders back for the FC Prime is number 12, Amanda Keynes, 18, Bryn Forchek, number 19, Lily Nava, and number 29, Katarina Dantas. Of course, under the guidance of Russ Morgan and their assistant, Lito Gatto. A whistle blown there, just about midfield. So far, an early attack, should I say early possession, in favor of the West Florida Flames. Just a reminder, this exciting Sunshine Conference event is brought to you by RabAds.com, the best place to buy theme park tickets for Disney and Universal Studios. Get better prices on hotels, flights, concerts, NFL, NBA, MLS tickets over at RabAds.com. Become a member today. And that threat again by the West Florida Flames to no avail. Ella Stevens will try to gain some momentum here for the FC Prime. With it now is Jules Johnston. Johnson gets that one stolen away. Hayden Lepley looking up front for Mickey Hill. Hill abandons that one. Nothing to it, no possession there. It's going to go out. Last touch by the West Florida Flames. Possessing it there is Sierra Alarcon, an ACC product out of the University of Miami. Leads it up to Lily Nava. Nava, she's got somebody there. She wants it cleared, and absolutely not a soul round forward in front of the goal. That's going to go out. Not a bad idea there. Hopefully somebody took the initiative and
went up front, but nobody there for it. A whistle blown. A choice of words there between the official and the FC Prime, and it looks like nothing to it. They'll get pulled for a chat, if you will. I know Love Island is a big topic right now. If you're like me, you get forced to watch it. And now I say you get pulled for a chat whenever somebody's talking to somebody. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then get with the program. Service is going to go up there to number 13, Mylisa Atis. It's going to go out of bounds, and Atis looking for a teammate. Is going to default for someone else on the inbound. Caterina Dantes brings it back in. Goes down to the defender, Forchek. Forchek serves it up top. It is a ball for Alarcon, but it will not get there. It's going to go out of bounds. Some pressure there applied by the front woman here for FC Primetime. It's going to work into a possession. Serves it up to the middle. It's Forchek. Forchek going to head out this time. They got Megan Morgan. Morgan going to put it towards the middle. It's a free ball. You got somebody with it. It's going to be Mylisa Atis. Atis serves it off to the right side. It's going to go to the football goalpost over the soccer goalpost. It's a free ball. You got somebody with it. It's going to be Mylisa Atis. Atis serves it off to the right side. It's going to go. Some decent balls. That's Gianna Carneglia, the lady in goal for the West Florida Flames. And again, FC Primetime playing some good defense. Going to get the turnover here. Going to go back up the middle. West Florida able to deflect that one. Goes back to the chest of Alarcon. Alarcon working on her defender. So got somebody to the outside. Donning the 2-4. Slide right there by Bryn Forchek. FC Prime squad. Familiar territory here with their home games here at AutoNation Fields. FC Prime has been in some battles this year. The league, the WPSL, has a lot of great competition. You're seeing it early here. The division is coming down to the wire. Be interesting to see who ends up on top. When I spoke pregame to Coach Morgan, told me that the girls, they're working hard, they're hard workers, they're disciplined, and they're ready to succeed. He's also said it's great to see the girls of different ages and levels coming together, each helping one another and all fighting to better themselves. Morgan, of course, with that experience, 20-plus years in South Florida, has produced some top-notch players. that excelled in the collegiate level, the national level, the pro level. Of course, he enjoys working with those athletes and seeing them achieve. He's a big believer of that hard work pays off. Kind of a tone out here for this prime squad. Working hard right now is the opposition, the West Florida Flames, again with possession. No real threats in this one so far. And it remains that way. Back with it here is Ula Sharp. Sharp being worked on there. Let's go back to Mickey Hill. Mickey Hill working the right side, and there's our first shot on goal being worked on there. Let's go back to Mickey Hill. Mickey Hill working the right side, and there's our Auto Nation Fields. More like Auto Nation Turf. Turf out here. So the ball plays fast. And the sun, well, the sun is a lot hotter on this turf. But you know what? Today, or at least game time right now in present time, some good clouds to offset that mindset. We're trying to get something going on the other side of stuff. 2-4 with it. She's going to crank one and to no avail. So I do apologize for the Prime fans. At 2-4, I do not have a 2-4 on the roster given to me by Coach Russ. She's playing a factor here. Back at it is the West Florida Flames. The Flames trying to get something going, and Lily Navas says, not on my watch. She kicks that one out. The inbound's going to be here. Ula Sharp. Ula Sharp, the defender for this West Florida club. That goes forecheck. We're entering the 15th minute of today's match. Ball's in to Megan Morgan. Morgan trying to avoid this double coverage. It's taken away there by the Flames. Sharp with it now. Pass over to Felton. Felton goes over to Lepley. Lepley has a tease on her. And that pressure is going to put that possession out. And we will have our first corner kick of the day in favor of the West Florida Flames. Sydney Dennis on the corner. Goes in. And just like that, spoiled opportunity for the West Florida Flames. Noah Stevens with it, the goalkeeper for this primetime squad. Stevens out of UMass. She's actually graduating high school, or just graduated high school. She's heading up north to UMass. UMass will definitely get a well-seasoned goalkeeper by the time that season starts. And I tell you what, the women's soccer season in the collegiate ranks, that's starting before you know it. You already have matches set for August to start their preseason. And of course, naturally, a lot of the teams from up north come down here and play their first matches of the season due to the weather. So teams like Miami, FIU, even at the lower levels here, Nova, Barry, St. Thomas, Florida Memorial, all those girls will definitely get their season started. Even at the lower levels here, Nova, Barry, St. Thomas, Florida Memorial, all those girls will definitely get their season started. No one can get to it. We remain scoreless. Got to appreciate these ladies that turn around their summer club play into their regular season play. It's not like a lot of other sports. You know, for instance, like a sport like baseball, you play your summer ball, then fall ball is definitely a lot more relaxed if you do have a participation in that. And then you play your season in spring. I guess that's how you see it. You either play your regular season, then your summer, and then, like these ladies, they play their summer, then their regular season. Either way, it's a long period of time where you're committed to the game, if you will. Looking for, I guess that was more like a bailout there by the West Florida Flames, and defenders here for the prime time in possession. Decent ball there to Jules Johnston. The Flames up with it yet again. As that one goes off Megan Morgan. FC Prime with it now. That one goes off to Noggin of Rachel Asari. You want to talk about somebody who doesn't rest? I said that these ladies are going from one season to another rather quickly. How about this field? This field here at AutoNation Field on the campus of University School. They start their season with some soccer, some lacrosse. You got some football. All the clubs that play here, the high school obviously that owns it, University School. If there's ever any rain issues with the soccer field over at Nova, this is the alternate as well. So this field here, AutoNation's getting their money's worth with the naming rights. A lot of usage, a lot of eyes on this AutoNation field. Not only that, just centrally located. You can get to here from the Turnpike on this AutoNation field. Not only that, just centrally located. You can get to here from the Turnpike on this AutoNation field. Back with it now is Felton. Gonna serve it up to the outside. Shot attempt wide for Hayden Lepley. Looks like a substitution in for the prime time. That substitution coming into the defensive position. Stolen away there by Reynolds. Staying with it was 2-4 for the prime time. With it now is Edelman. Nicole Edelman inbounds over there to 21, Gabby Pareto. Well played there by the FC Prime. Football fever in South Florida as of late. Currently taking place not only at Hard Rock Stadium, but a few stadiums around the nation. It's that World Cup, that Club World Cup. Oh, but that's just the tip of the iceberg on the football fever going on right now this summer. Of course, you have Inter Miami and Messi Mania over in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale United in their first season in the Super League, the USL Super League. They made it all the way to the championship game and lost in extra time. So the ladies over in Tampa, fantastic way to start off a club though. You would have told Fort Lauderdale United they'll get to the championship game in year number 1 back when it all started. I'm sure they'll take that as an outcome. Especially the way they played midway through the season. Making the playoffs was not even a thought for some time there. You got the Young Guns in Miami FC playing out of the USL. Those young guys actually in and out of that playoff picture early season for them in the USL. Well defended there by the Prime. Possession's been in favor of the West Florida Flames for most of the first half of this first half, if you will. As we creep inside of the 25th minute. Doesn't seem to be an agreed hydration break here. But if there was one, this would be about the time where we would see it. Gonna serve out there to number 17 as she hits the crossbar. Gonna serve out there to number 17 as she hits there for West Florida. Gets her first shot of the game. And she misses high and wide. FC Prime with a plethora of subs. I'll get those to you in natural gameplay as I see them along. That's number 4 in the defensive position. That's a Lily Sargent. Sargent, a defender out of Stetson. Well, actually, she's yet to be a Hatter. She'll be a Stetson Hatter once August comes along. Then coming fresh in for that Stetson club. That's Sargent. As we speak of her, she brings that one back in. Sargent tasked again. She said, let's spread things out. Let's get some space here. And that's exactly what they got. The space was into the favor of Stevie Reynolds and West Florida. Reynolds now feeds it out to Dennis. Dennis gonna go down to the middle to Hamlet. Hamlet looked like she had an opportunity there. Feeds it out to Dennis. Dennis gonna go down to the middle to Hamlet. Hamlet yet again, Ella Stevens, the goalkeeper for the FC Prime. Trying to get something going towards midfield. Alarcon with it. Alarcon keeps it at midfield. The service now back to Lily Sargent. Sargent, fresh legs here, just subbed in. Speaking of fresh legs, looking for Kayla Barnes, Blackwood. Blackwood out of Lynn University. She'll be a senior coming up this next campaign. And again, a threat there. Probably the best threat so far. She'll be a senior coming up this next campaign. And again, a threat there. Probably the best threat. Close to 30 minutes into this one. As we reach the 1/3 mark of this match. Not much going. Not offensively, at least. Got one real save, if you will. That's about it. There's that hydration break I was talking about. I said if it was going to be at any time, it'll be soon, and soon has come. We'll take a break here as they take a hydration break. Close to the 30-minute mark. We're scoreless from Auto Nation Fields. Back at it here from Auto Nation Field from Davie, Florida. The ever-growing Davie, Florida. On the campus of the NSU University School. Break brings us to the 33rd minute mark of this first half. And like I was saying before this short break, not much going as far as big threats. West Florida has had the possession more often than not, that's for sure. But nothing to it so far. That's going to go out. Bring that one back in. It'll be 28. That's Carolyn Bertrand. She graduated from Illinois Tech. She got to the Sweet 16 with her Tech squad. That Tech squad had a 19-3-3 record. That is not bad for a senior year. Getting to the Sweet 16 and winning just about 20 games, 19-3-3. And on cue, Bertrand back at it. Fighting for possession here. Lands comfortably now to the Flames. Looking for the lead woman, and that's going to be number 10. That's McKenna Batia. Batia with it now. Try to get to that middle service. It's not a terrible idea. But nothing to it. She was looking for Lily Borders on that one. Lily Borders was single man covered in front of the net. Trying to get that ball to land just the right way in front of the goal. It might just take one of those here today. Very stingy the defense, especially the defenders for the Prime. They've been working hard, being that West Florida has possessed this over and over and over again. And again, stingy back into play there as Carolyn Bertrand puts that out of the reach of the Flames. Ball up top. And a whistle blown in favor of the Prime. The FC Prime did have 4 substitutions just before that water break, trying to shake something up here. cue West Florida back with this one. It's Kaylee Hart with it. Kaylee will spoil the possession out. Overcast afternoon, a Sunday afternoon, the final Sunday of the month of June. Just like that, we'll be in the second half of 2025 by the end of this week. Sooner than that, really. So the playoff push is on for both of these clubs. Trying to fight for these 3 points. Ula Sharp with it. Sharp. Service up top. Looking for McKenna Matilla. Ball's loose yet again. Algonga. She gets a piece of it. Goes to Sharp. Going to be handled here by Lepley. Lepley has 3 yellow shirts in front of her. Not a awful shot. That one curved. Going to be handled here by Lepley. Lepley has 3 yellow shirts in front of her. Not a awful shot. That one curved. 6 minutes left here in the first half. The manager will have some type of stoppage time. Back with it is Alarcon. Alarcon has some breathing room. And she had breathing room, as the whistle tells you, because that was not defended right by Macy Felton there by the West Florida Flames. So back at it will be this FC Prime squad. All right, back with it here is Bertrand. Trying to get something going here for the Prime. That's a decent ball. That one's going to get through, and it is a goal. Golazo for the Prime. Here is Bertrand. Trying to get something going here for the Prime. That's a decent ball. That one's going to get through, and it is a goal. Golazo for the... You see, sometimes it's not the team who's owning all the possession. Sometimes it's the team that gets that big break, and that big break was right there and then. Golazo for the FC Prime. That defense broke apart for West Florida. And it's a defense who hasn't been tested all match. And finally, their first big test. Well, for a lack of a better phrase, they failed. And just like that, West Florida is going to get some subs in. So it's 1-0 FC Prime. Late in the first half. 1-0. The score in favor of FC Prime. A team who couldn't buy a possession in most of the first half finally gets one around that 40-minute mark and nets it. But there's a whole half to go here for the West Florida Flames to get back into this one. Quite honestly, it's just keep on doing what they were doing. Just need to find the back of the net. It's a ball out in front. The threat's not over here. West Florida trying to get it to the back of the goal. And number 15, Mickey Hall, puts out one in front to no avail. With it now is Lepley. Lepley, two prime defenders in front of her. Lepley, save there. With it now is Lepley. Lepley, two prime defenders in front of her. Lepley. Whistle blows as Carolyn Beltran is trying to lead the charge. With it now is Victoria Fuentes. Fuentes out of Warner University. She just graduated. Harder workers on this team, according to Coach Morgan. Inside the 45th minute now. 1-0 to lead for FC Prime. Seconds before this first half comes to an end. So we're working on stoppage time now. We've officially reached the 45th minute mark. Here's a charge by Alarcon. Alarcon serves outside. West Florida back with it. And a whistle's blown. Choice of words there for FC Prime between the referee and the Prime defender. Working on stoppage time here. It's a one-on-one. And somehow, some way, working on stoppage time here. It's a one-on-one. And in front of her was not able to get the giddy up to that ball. It's going to be a complete empty netter practically. And it remains a 1-0 FC Prime lead. Grace Dystra served that up. She's going to Wisconsin to start her college career. I guarantee you she's going to be one of those teams that gets into that weather situation later this year out of Wisconsin. Borders with a header forward. That's Beltran again. Beltran serves it up there to Megan Morgan. Morgan working on the corner here of AutoNation Fields. Morgan still with it. Possession goes back to the Flames. And the first half comes to an end. But not before the only possible attempt in goal for the FC Prime works to perfection, and they take the 1-0 lead. We'll be back right after this from AutoNation Field. Prime Time, Part 2, the second half, coming up next. And we're back at it here from Auto Nation Field on the campus of University School. 1-0, the FC Prime lead over the Flames from West Florida. A late goal in the 40th minute. The difference so far in this matchup. Of course, this league getting close to their finish line as these ladies need to go and head back. Well, a great amount of these ladies heading back or going to the first time to their university schools. Hello everyone, I'm Luis Perez. Second half action. Here in this WPSL matchup. We flip things around now. West Florida's attack over on your left side of the screen. Up with it yet again is Ella Stevens. The wind not too crazy today. The overcast. We've been playing under the shadows of these clouds for quite some time. Coming out of the shadows here is Jules Johnston. Johnston looking out there for Atis. Atis with it now. There is an empty spot there as the goalie's deflection left the ball in no man's land. But quickly West Florida responds. Scary moment there for West Florida as their goalkeeper, Carneglia, just got in front of that one. Good ball there offered to Grace Dykstra, and Dykstra couldn't get a foot on it. Dykstra and heading to the University of Wisconsin once this season finds its end. Just trying to find the end of the net there. It's a great ball served up there. 1-0 the FC lead. Whistle blown. The guilty corporate, Mickey Hill. Katarina Dantas with it now. Dantas, it's the closest thing you'll get to a veteran on a club of this magnitude, right? She's been with FC Prime, well, since you can remember, really. West Florida, who for practically most of that first half kept possessing the ball, had some decent looks in front of the net. But to everybody's surprise, it's the Prime who got on the board. One real good look at the goal. The whole entire first half is all they needed. Whistle's blown there. She's blown off sides. Atis goes back out. Lily Sargent Burns. Back to the middle it goes. Great vision there by Atis. She found her lady, and her lady put that one over the net. And not that we're trying to kill time this early in the second half, but there's been a lot of kicks sailing over that goalkeeper, which helps the cause of killing that time. It's been no secret West Florida has possessed most of this match. Sharp with it. She brings it in. Header swung and missed there by Nava. Prime back with it. West Florida steals it away. They'll be whistled out of bounds, and it will be Prime ball. Lepley gives it out to Edelman. Edelman back out to Dennis. Dennis with it now again after his quick Reynolds possession. She opts to put this one in front of the net. The Prime goalie in prime position, Ella Stevens. Back to Edelman it goes. Reynolds working the middle of the field. She's got somebody there. That's 20. Taylor Hamlet. Hamlet. Reynolds working the middle of the field. She's got somebody there. That's 20. Taylor Hamlet. And yet again, Stevens with it. Got some pretty cool stories all around this FC Prime club. How about a player like Melissa Attis? Plays for the Islanders at the University of Texas Corpus Christi. Selected to the SLC All-Conference second team. In her junior year that just passed, she had 4 goals, 2 assists. As she logged in 1,276 minutes for that Corpus Christi squad. That one sails out. Most of the starting lineup here play for D1 clubs. Like Kayla Master, headed to FSU. Known for her high-level club atmosphere that she's played in. Girls like Jules Johnston, who is about to crack into her senior year over at Rice. Johnston, of course, a fantastic high school career. Still holds records in the high school division throughout Palm Beach County. Again, we're in front of the goalkeeper for the Prime. This second half looking a lot like the first half as far as possession is concerned. Sharp had to dig one out of the FC bench. The ball's back in play. Taylor Hamlet being played well there by Lily Nava. Nava, she herself not D1, a D2 athlete out of Tampa. That's a really good division in just about any sport, really. But definitely in the soccer ranks as well, that Sunshine State Conference. She plays in Tampa. Her conference, really. But definitely in the soccer ranks as well, that Sunshine State Conference. She plays in Tampa. Her nation field. They play over at Beyond Bancard Fields, which is walking distance from here. It's the old Dolphins training facility before they made their move over to Miami Gardens across their stadium. They built their training facility to be adjacent to their stadium, which is becoming more common in the league. But before that, they were here, and that sitting duck became the Nova Field. Good attempt there, which is becoming more common in the league. But before that, they were here, and that sitting duck became the Nova Field. So back to the story about that field over at Nova, the old Dolphins training facility. It's now the home for Nova Southeastern men's and women's soccer, as well as at Fort Lauderdale United. And this serves as the Ox Field for those teams as well. Today it's the home of the FC Prime. With it now, here is Kayla Master. Master, the FSU product. Back to Master it goes. Service on the right side. Wicked shot. With it now, here is Kayla Master. Master, the FSU product. Back to Master it goes. Service on the right side. West Florida Flames. .30 minutes left. Just a little over 30 minutes left here in regulation. FC hanging on to the 1-0 lead. We'll have a substitution here. Dykstra. Her day will come to an end. So we try to get a good look here of the substitution coming in for Dykstra. She gets closer to us. As soon as she turns around, I got you. And it's number 2, Megan Morgan. Megan Morgan out of Florida State. So we have another FSU Seminole back on the pitch. 3-on-3 this attack. Defense is getting crowded and nothing to it. opinions about that one. Back over to midfield we are here with the West Florida possession. The West Florida. Nicole Edelman. Just clearing it, really. Tell you what, West Florida may have the time of possession in their stat sheet, but it's the defenders for this prime squad. They're a cork, really, is what they are. They stop each and every thought, not even possibility, thought of a pursuit here. Here we go again. Possession again. Defense again. And that would be interesting how they call that one. Here we go again. Possession again. Defense again. And that would... The referee says play on. And play on we will. Play on in the form of a corner kick here for the West Florida Flames. Corner kick is up. Goes right into the leg of the West Florida Flame, and that's going to be a goal. Goal scored by... Corner kick is up. Goes right into the leg of the West Florida Flame, and that's going to be a goal. We're tied at 1 apiece. That corner kick landed right in front of the middle of that goalkeeper. A lot of blue in front of the kick. Got possessed. And just like that, West Florida, who's had the possession over and over and over and over again, and at some point they were bound to score, and it happened right there. So just like that, we're tied. So we're tied at a goal apiece, and these two goals are not the same. West Florida's goal was after trial and tribulation. Prime was more luck and opportunity, if you will. So we're back to square one. We are tied at a goal apiece. These teams yet again trying to fight for those 3 points. Right now, they're facing a split at a point apiece. In the standings, we're getting close to the end of this summer season. Well done there by Lily Nava. She was the one to beat. She made sure she didn't get beat. So now we'll have a corner kick here for the FC Prime. It's Megan Morgan out of Florida State. National championship Megan Morgan, if you will, and the rest of the FSU crew that's out here for the Prime squad. Megan Morgan played at Florida State. Sprinkled some towards the end there at UM, where she just graduated from. That's outside. So Megan Morgan committing the ACC sin, if you will, going from Florida State to Miami. But now she's going to get her master's over at Florida Gulf Coast. So she got some of the north side. She got some of the south side of Florida's D1 action, and now she's getting her master's over at the west side. Reto looking for a teammate. She found one there. And the image of Edelman. Reynolds trying to get the feed over. Doesn't go. Back with possession here is the FC Prime. 2-4 with it. Go back to her defender. Alarcon trying to find something. Goes outside. That right there is Lily Nava. Nava goes off the West Florida defender. Back in go we are, and it gets into the hands of Gianna Carneglia. Looks like we'll have some FC Prime subs. Kayla Masters, she's heading out. As well as Lily Nava. So we got one in the front, one in the back on the substitution end. Coming into play is Camila Domine. She's out of Barry. Barry, the arch rivals of the home fields Sharks out of Nova Southeastern. They play in the Sunshine State Conference. She redshirted her freshman year with an injury, so she's a buccaneer as far as the books are concerned, as far as education is concerned. Yet to log in some time over there at the pitch in Miami Shores. It's a very proud soccer program over at Barry. A phenomenal facility for soccer. A really good complex for sports overall over there. The baseball, softball, soccer all within walking distance. Just around the corner that Caesar Odio Court that hosts their men's and women's volleyball and basketball programs. Into minute 70. Getting close to crunch time over here in this 1-1 affair. Something's got to give. It's Hayden Lepley with it. Lily Borders, she runs into the defensive wall. There'll be another corner kick for the West Florida Flames. Last time they had a corner kick, it goes from the opposite side, and it became the demise of the Prime, as that was the equalizer. Here's another corner kick. The left foot. And we will come to the other side. It doesn't go out. We would assume it was going to, but it's going to be controlled there by the West Florida Flames. Now control goes over to the Prime. Back to the Flames it goes. Hayden Lepley yet again. Gonna go out there to the left side. Nobody's there. And the threat for the West Florida Flames comes to an end in that possession. Whistle's blown. It's going to be called on Jules Johnston. Johnston, choice of words there with the referee. Johnston, she's heading into her senior year at Rice. Again, that Palm Beach County standout throughout her career in high school. Feeds in by Pareto. Fighting for it in the corner, and a whistle is blown. To be honest, I kind of agree with her. I'm not sure about that one. There was some, I guess, some pushing and shoving, but nothing to the extreme. Nothing that the sport doesn't necessarily need, if you will. Headed out. Hayden Lepley on that header. It's going to go out to 2-4. That strategy there by the forwards. Trying to get this West Florida team on top of the first time today. Two forwards just attack defenders there. Did get them a possession. That's all it's going to get them. They brought the pressure there. It's two forwards just kind of looking around. Trying to sneak one in there. Poor attempt to get that one in. Possession went right to Batilla. Back at it is the Prime. They go forward with their attack. 25, that's going to be a trip. That it has to be a whistle. It will be a whistle. 25, Jules Johnson. Go forward with their attack. Ahead of the gang. 25, that's going to be a trip to 21. Pareto, who had it, and it will be a yellow card on her. So Pareto and Johnson playing footsies on an extreme level, if you will. That's going to gain the possession right back in to the girls in yellow and black. Let's see what they do here. We're definitely close enough. The defense is lining up as they know we're close enough. Jules Johnston. Right foot. Goes right into the line of the defense. Pareto back with it. And nothing to it. Here comes West Florida. Matilla puts it up front. Good ball. It's going to come down to speed, and speed in favor of the defender, Katarina Dantas. Dantas, the prime veteran. Got a whistle there. I'm not too sure what that whistle is for. Look like play resumed. All right, your guess is as good as mine. We are back at it. Goes out off the foot. Dantas. Inside the 76th minute. 14 minutes of regular time. We'll see what the stoppage is like. And it looks like we'll take this opportunity for our second and final hydration break of the day. We're tied at 1 with under 14 minutes to go here from Auto Nation Field. Back from our hydration break. Nothing to it. West Florida up top. Where your mom keeps the peanut butter up top. She scores number 10. Back from our hydration
That's
break.
McKenna Batilla.
Nothing to it. West Florida up top. Puts it right over the reach of the goalie. And I don't know what that water had in the hydration break. Must have been that water that they gave over in Space Jam to the Toon Squad. Because they got right out of the gate with a wicked shot over the goalkeeper. And just like that, McKenna Batilla and the West Florida Flames take the lead. So how about that for the FC Prime? The early lead, the halftime lead, lose the lead inside the second half, and now are trailing by a goal with about 11 minutes in regulation time afforded to them. Shot there by Paige Coghill out of Texas Corpus Christi. And all that's going to do is be in favor of the West Florida Flame killing some time. Now we're in the conversation of killing some time. And we'll see how West Florida does that. The best thing that West Florida has done all day is attack, 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 attack. So maybe that is the best thing for them to try to kill some time. Just keep on possessing this over and over again. That one falls in favor of McKenna Batilla. Batilla puts it up front. Back with it is Ella Stevens. 10 minutes left in regulation. FC Prime looking for the equalizer. Ball is loose, finally possessed here by the Flames. Megan Morgan feeds up top. Johnston back with it. Johnston puts it on the outside. Possession here going to Taylor Hamlet. Hamlet. I don't know if Gas. Reynolds had to go back and get it. Nine minutes left. Two-one lead for the West Florida Flames. Feeds up top. Ball's there for Batia. If she gets to it, she does, and they're going to call it offsides. I was wondering in the back of my mind if that was a little too forward of a service. But that still helps West Florida here. So trying to tick-tock this clock away to 3 points in the standings. The Prime trying to get at least an equalizer here. Hill. Wicked shot there. Did the goalie deflect it is a question. Do we have a corner kick? Hill. And yep, we do. Referee puts his hand forward, and we do have a corner kick. So it seems that Stevens did just get her fingers on that one. And again, this all goes to West Florida's favor. You got 7 minutes left and change before regulation. One thing that's helped all day this FC Prime squad is their defense. And that corner goes to the other side, nothing to it. Looks like on an attempted header, we have an injury. I think that's Coghill down there. It is Paige Coghill, the Corpus Christi product. They're calling for the athletic trainer. Trainer is coming in. Referee seems concerned, has his hand over Coghill's shoulder. There's another injury on the other side. West Florida, they have a girl that goes down. That was away from the ball. Not too sure what was happening there. We'll be back right after this. We'll sort things out. Hopefully everybody's okay. So we're back here live from AutoNation Field. Seems like some type of head injury there. I believe there's an ice pack or a towel over her head right now. What's crazy about that is that we were all... Yeah, about the 83rd minute or so she went down. So we've been idle for about 3-4 minutes here. The ironic part is that we were looking at Paige Coghill for the FC Prime, and all the attention was on her first. So I'm not really sure what we got on the West Florida side. Coghill seems to be fine. Some sort of head injury there. Out of respect, I'm not going to name the player for West Florida who went down. She has made her way to the athletic training table and seems to be okay. Coghill is actually looking over her, so she's been subbed out throughout this whole process. Let's get back to this one. It's a one-goal affair. So try to put that to the back of the brain for now. We wish her nothing but the best as she's getting superb treatment over there by the athletic trainer. That attempt goes over. FC Prime with a possession here that needs to go significantly better than any possession so far in this second half. Here we go, getting to midfield. That was going to be intercepted by West Florida. Just out of the reach of Stevie Reynolds. Back at it to midfield. Johnson was trying to get that one. It gets kicked back to the other side. Foul called there as Caleb Barnes Blackwood tried to possess that one. Blackwood back at it. The Lynn University product. She actually had 2 goals last year. Had nearly 1,000 minutes played for the Lynn Knights, the Fighting Knights as they are known over the north side of South Florida. We're a minute and 15 away from the 90-minute mark. There is no doubt in our minds we're going to have some stoppage time because of those injuries, specifically to those to West Florida. She's still getting some treatment out there. It's fair to say she'll get treatment post-game as well. Paige Coghill's still getting looked at by the trainers as well. Both players, these are opposite players. They didn't. It had nothing to do with one another, actually. Normally, you would think it was a collision of some sort between these two players. Both players, in the same possession, two girls went down. They away from each other. It had nothing to do with one another. Looks like Coghill's going back, so she gets cleared by the trainer. Coghill's coming back as we get close to the 90-minute mark. We're 20 seconds away from the 90-minute mark. One goal affair in favor of the West Florida Flames. The fourth official says back goes Coghill. Coghill's trying to figure out who she's subbing in for. And time is of an essence. Subbing out would be Camila Dumine. She's coming out of this ball game. And so's 24 there for this club, this FC Prime club. We're officially into stoppage time. It's between these two teams and the whistle of the head referee. As it stands, it'll be 3 points for the West Florida Flames. We have 2 goals here in the second half. Attempt there, nothing to it, good save. Like Alarcon tried to rip one. And a save for Gianna Cardineglia. Time winding down. Out of harm's way. Victoria Fuentes out of Warner puts it out of bounds. Fuentes subbing into this one. Speaking of substitution here for West Florida. I would say this slub, some sort of strategy here as well in this substitution. West Florida knows very well they're in stoppage time. They had a sub to use. They've done so. That one hits the top of the crossbar. A wicked kick there by McKenna Batilla, who already has a goal today. Another save there off the fingertips, and here comes wicked kick there by McKenna Batilla, who already has a favor of West Florida. Another save there off the all the stoppage time here after that 90-minute mark has reached AutoNation Field. They've been in full control this whole entire match, specifically after they took the 2-1 lead. And that corner kick goes to nothing, but again, it all supports the killing of this time. Down to their final opportunity will be the Prime. They need to get possession here. West Florida with it. This WPSL matchup swung in favor of FC Prime in the first half. As far as the scoreboard is concerned, it's been all Flames in this second half. McKenna Batilla. It's going to go out to Borders. Borders tried to find her lady there in Hayden Lepley. Prime with it now. Just like that, West Florida gets the ball yet again. Edelman with it now. Edelman working the middle. Goes to number 10. She tried to get it off the back of her heel. Florida would have been her second goal yet again. Of the game. Edelman with it now. Edelman working the middle. Goes to number 10. She tried to... A good ball for Batilla, who's in front of the net, looking for goal number 2 here in stoppage time. Corner kick for West Florida. To the middle of the net. This one, fighting for possession, is FC Prime. That's going to go out. Goes over everybody's head in the bench. Coaching staff is trying to get that ball back in quickly. Goes over their head. West Florida brings it back in. And that will do it. Your final score from AutoNation Field in comeback fashion. It's the West Florida Flames. They defeat FC Prime 2-1. Folks, it has been a pleasure to be with you and share this Sunday afternoon. We'll see you next time. Have a good day.